and welcome back to Project DOT. I've been working on lots of different parts of the game since the last video, be it new cards, new rooms, or just some general polish. A lot of this was in preparation for the new update that is now out, version 1.6. I'll show you what this new update has to offer, but first I will show you the last two rooms for hard mode that will be coming afterwards in 2.0. This room initially appears to be empty, but upon further observations, the ceiling gives a hint as to how to pass through. Everything on the ceiling is invisibly mirrored below. This allows players to make progress even if they can't directly see where the platforms are. Originally, I suspected that this concept might be too cryptic for players and it would have to be explained. However, all of my playtesters managed to figure it out quite quickly. Although I'm happy with the general concept of the room, I think I may change some of the layout to make it more interesting. This next mechanic is inspired by a level in Super Mario Sunshine, which was also added to Super Mario Galaxy 2. I thought it would be interesting if, instead of being on the outside of the cylinder, you'd be on the inside and you'd have to go through it with holes in the ground. Originally, the cylinders were going to just be purely horizontal. However, when I altered that angle, they turned out to be more interesting of an obstacle. This room leads to the yellow path on the first half of the game, making this one of the quickest ways to get back to the start of One of the two biggest complaints from my players was that they didn't know when they were being chased by a flying glitch. So, I added some new text to the screen which lets them know, with big red danger letters, which was changed to purple because it now shows proximity. If it gets close, it will switch to red. The other issue that players were frequently having was with navigation, which I addressed in two different ways. The first is with the creation of these mini-maps, which, although they don't give you lots of detail, they give enough to be useful. The other you might have noticed already. As you progress further into the dungeon, the walls get darker and more blue, whereas towards the start they are more yellow. There has been lots of other minor improvements, such as adding particle effects to show when enemies are spawning in from virus. One of the biggest improvements in 1.6 is the new deck builder, which allows you to see what cards are in your deck easily, as well as remove all your cards if you want to change what you're using. There have also been 3 new cards added to the game, the most complicated of which is Squire. This card gives you 10 seconds of run speed, drops data into the dungeon, and for each bit of data you get within that first 10 seconds, you get an extra 1 second of run speed, up to 10 seconds. The other two are a lot simpler, with Orb giving you 1 virus block, 1 firewall block, and 1 data drop. Mr. Rambles randomly plays one of the other cards. That includes cards you have not unlocked yet. The accessibility settings have once again been improved. I have split up what was originally part of just the visually accessible mode into separate sections, so you can be more specific with what you want to add and remove. A few additions have also been made, but all of this will be covered in a bonus episode which will show off all of the accessibility options. And that's everything new. I'm not sure when the next video will be and how much progress will be made. 2.0 is on the horizon, but I have no clue how long it will take. So much to do. New cards, new rooms definitely need polishing, and the virus and firewall systems aren't in either. And I'm feeling confident that one day this project will be done, that it will look just as good as it did in my mind's eye, maybe even better. For this week's art piece, I drew the Pokemon Jirachi. Waning Crescent, signing off.